Hello guys, this is KTB Vlogs or TBZ Production, and welcome back to episode 3. As you hope you guys enjoying the Child's Play, I guess, redone or remastered series. As so far as I listened to the audio, it sounds pretty good. I'm glad it sounds okay. So at least that's a good thing for me. So as in this video, as you see by the title, we will be doing reviewing the last 4 movies, including the Child's Play remake from 2019. So that's what this is going to be in this video. And the final episode, I'll be ranking the Child's Play movies and talk about the TV show. So let's dive in. As before we get started, the reason I want to do this series again is, I want to kind of make it sound much better, because how it sounded in the old videos, it was kind of loud, and the audio was kind of loud and everything. And I think because back in 2018, I think I had my PlayStation on, and you can hear when the PlayStation is on, and you can hear the fan blowing behind the PlayStation. That's probably why it sound like that in those old videos. As now, I don't think you can really hear that now, because you can clearly hear me. So I guess that's why I wanted to sound much better and do it like that. So how I'm reviewing the series now, as I talked about in the introduction video, I wanted to do a brief summary of the story and give my review on it. And I'm going to do the talk about the whole entire movie and tell about what they did in the movie and all that stuff, and I'll just point out the points of the movie and all that stuff, and basically get my review on it, because you guys should already know all the movies. I mean it's not like, oh, I know there's new people out there that don't know Chucky and all that, but the guys that know it, you should guys know the whole story from beginning to end of each movie. So it's no point be like, oh, make a whole long video of talking about all the movies. No. So I'm just gonna get that out of the way, and so you guys know the story and what I'm doing on this kind of remastered series. So now let's start with the reviewing of the Chucky saga. Alright, let's start off. Of course, my favorite movie, of course, Bride of Chucky. That was released October 12th of 1998. So I'm like, wow, I didn't know, and plus I didn't know it was released this month. I think it was October 12th, or right now I'm on the computer, so if I'm right, I'll be so surprised. And if it's on this same day as the series, I'm gonna be surprised. Well, no, couple of days before the series release. It was October 16th, so I was 4 days off. Well, I guess I made myself wrong. But 4 days over from the TV show. So, and plus I didn't know it was released during Halloween, almost Halloween time, so I didn't know. So anyway, as the story it is, as you know, it starts out as of a police officer is going to a evidence depository of for something, of course, and of course actually he is getting the remains of Chucky from the depository, and of course, as you know, what happened in the last movie, of course, you know, what happened in Child's Play 3. So, as of course, it gets the introduction of Tiffany, of course, and she kills the officer and takes Chucky back to her home, and of course, she plans on doing a ritual to bring him back to life. You know, I said cuts from that of you have two couple named Jesse and Jade. Basically, her uncle doesn't want Jade to be with her boyfriend Jesse. So, you know, it's just a conflict. Like, he has like a cop following them everywhere they go, and they have a gay friend that comes in between them and gives them advice. Other than that, it cuts back to Tiffany doing the ritual, and she, as you know, she thought it wasn't a success, and of course, and she has a friend named Damien. Of course, is played by the late Alexis that actually passed, and I did not know. And Chucky basically disappeared and appeared up, and of course Chucky comes to life again and basically reunites as he killed Damien, and him and Tiffany reunites. And of course Tiffany wants to marry Chucky, and he wants her to get him out of the doll body and all that, and of course she wanted to marry him. And of course leads to the iconic laugh. And of course, you know, and basically Tiffany would just basically playing around with Chucky by giving him a bride doll. Of course, she actually liked Jesse. And basically after that, you know, then that leads to Chucky killing Tiffany and transfer soul into the doll. Now she's stuck as a doll, and now she tries to figure out the plan to get how they can get back to their human bodies. Of course, they come up with a plan by having Jesse and Jade travel to Hackensack, New Jersey, to get the amulet that Charles Lee Ray used to transfer his soul into Chucky in 1988. And of course, you know, they kill along the way, and all that honeymoon suite and all that. Kill John Ritter in the movie as well, and of course, you know, leaves them arguing and fighting each other as they, you know, it's kind of love kind of like relationships and all that stuff. And of course, you know, Chucky dies, falls back in his own grave, and Tiffany gives birth to Glenn at the end of the movie. And that basically ended Bride of Chucky. I mean, you know, they kill, like I said, I'm not trying to tell the whole entire story. You know, I just give you guys the points of the story and all that stuff. So, as of this movie, when I, you know, as I now getting older, when I got older and realized, like, Chucky in this movie, of course, the director of this movie was Ronnie Yu. the same one that done Freddy vs. Jason. So I was like, holy crap, I didn't know that. And then, of course, as in this movie, it kind of nodded that all the horror icons are in the same universe, like Freddy Krueger. Well, I guess if I count, I think it's Jason Goes to Hell. I guess that basically told us that Freddy was in that universe, and that basically hinted at, I guess, Freddy versus Jason. Because I forgot that was one of them too. And so, but as in Bride of Chucky, like it nominated, like it had Michael Myers mask, you had Freddy Krueger the glove, Jason Voorhees machete, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Basically nodding that to these horror icons that y'all in the same universe. So I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. So overall, for Bride of Chucky, it's my favorite movie, and I always watch it every single Halloween, and it still is till this day my favorite movie from the series, and I give it a 9 out of 10. And of course, this was the first movie I ever saw of Chucky, so Bride of Chucky, 9 out of 10. Okay, as next for the next movie, of course, everyone despised a lot, Seed of Chucky. As of course, it came out in 2004. So as before this originally the movie was meant to come out like probably 2000, but I guess it was stopped because of during that time of after the incident of the I think it's the Columbine shooting and all that was going on during that time. Of course, all these murders and stuff, and 9/11 of course happened and all that stuff. They didn't release a movie or any of that during that time. There was a lot of crazy mess going on during those times, because I think that was Scream 3 was the situation during that time, because that was what, 2000. So as I see that, as for this movie, it was, as a little summary of this, of course, as we follow this character named Glenn. Basically, it's the son of Chucky and Tiffany. Basically, two. Basically, want to be a boy and a girl. So, when, as it, it tried to follow his story, and you don't really know what's going on and anything like that, and just, as I was watching it, like, I was kind of getting like, what's going on in this movie? I mean, of course, as everyone basically despises when it comes on, of course, they see sperm all over the TV screen, and I'd be like, what the hell? But other than that, like, it was kind of confusing at first. The only thing, as you know, of course, it has Jennifer Tilly playing as herself, and along with that, with Redman, and of course, they was trying to do a movie inside of a movie, and that's basically what it was. That's all it was. And of course, Glenn brought Chucky and Tiffany back, and they will try to do the same thing as they did in the previous movie. But in the end, Tiffany actually gets what she wants. She became Jennifer Tilly and Chucky. And so I like in this movie, Chucky basically just told he probably knew this movie was bad, and basically towards the end telling you guys straight I'm still Chucky, and I'm the killer doll and all of that, and he basically telling you guys he's a horror icon at the end of this movie. And technically, that's how it was. I mean, I was like, wow, dang. You know, some people were hating on this movie so bad, and they never thought Chucky would say that in the movie. So in the end, you know, that's basically all for this movie. Like it was trying to be a movie inside of a movie. They try to make it more funny and not scary, and I guess that's basically all I can tell. And the only reason why I watched this movie is Chucky and Tiffany. That's the only reason why I watch this movie. I didn't watch it because they had a son or nothing like that. So overall, for See Chucky, it's not a great movie, of course, and a lot of people despise this movie a lot. And you know, as to me, I'm not over like this is dog shit, this is bullshit, and all this mess like all the other movie critics out there do. Because I don't really hate the movie, really. I only watch it because to see Chucky and Tiffany, that's it. I'm not watching it because I have a son and I'm supposed to hate the movie. Like, no. I didn't hate the movie, really. I kind of see the disappointment what happened after this movie, of course, why they actually what they are now. But I don't hate the movie. I don't. So it's a 4. I don't really care for it, but I don't hate it like these people do. Alright. So basically I think a 9-year hiatus of Chucky. Basically after this movie anyway. And it comes out as the next following movie, Curse of Chucky, that came out in 2013. So, as of this movie, when I first heard about this movie, I was watching YouTube one day and I saw a trailer of Chucky. I'm like, oh, holy crap! And as I see that the movie was going to be on DVD. Because I thought it was, when movies come out, it goes straight to theaters, and then a couple of months later, they go on DVD. This movie came straight on DVD. I was like, okay, $20, go to Walmart, buy it, okay. So, so that's how it was when I got this movie, and I watched it, and so here's my review. So as the story it picks is very different. Like when you start to watch this movie, it's so different. Like it don't pick up what happened after the last movie or nothing. It's like a whole nother movie. It's like a different movie. So we follow this new character named Nika Pierce, and her mom gets a package in the mail, and of course, we just see a good guy doll. We see, I guess, Chucky coming to their home. I'm like, huh? Because when I first watched it, I was confused. Like, what's Chucky doing here? Because I was kind of like, what? So, and of course, as later that night, as she hear her mom scream, and she finds her mom dead in the middle of the floor. And I like how Chucky was just sitting in a rocking chair, just sitting there. I mean, I was like, what the hell? He just sitting in a rocking chair. So I followed that her family, her sister, Barb, wanted to send Nika to a home, like, cause Nika's actually paralyzed in a wheelchair. So she didn't really want to, and of course we see this little girl named Alice basically finds Chucky in the bathroom and basically start associating with Chucky, kind of giving us a little elements of the first movie with Andy, kind of. And I think that it's kind of getting weird, like the they had a priest there that was there, and basically he was killed in a car accident. And I was like, whoa, man, what the hell happened? Because I didn't know what was going on, and I think Chucky was poisoning food and all that stuff, and I didn't know what was going on, so it was kind of different to me. Like I was like, whoa, what's going on here? So as it cuts back to that, as Nika was trying to find out information about the Chucky doll, of course. She found out that it was from a evidence depository facility, and so after that, there's you have Barb is making out with their nanny named Jill. So yeah, lesbians. So when that happened, Niku goes on the computer, of course, and try to find out more information on Chucky. And of course, as she come across a list of everything from the previous movies. So I was like, whoa, I didn't know. And I looked as I watched, when I watched it for the first time, and I see like Chicago, of course, Child's Play 1, Child's Play 2, and Kent Military, Child's Play 3, Hackensack, New Jersey, Bride of Chucky. Then you had Los Angeles, of course, Seed of Chucky. So I was like, wow, like they put all the movies here together, like, so as this is the 6th movie. So I was like, oh, so okay. So as she found out who Chucky actually is, and of course it's Charles Lee Ray. So it cuts to that of Chucky killing Jill. Then he kills Barb in the attic, and of course my favorite line, "You have your mother's eyes." And then leads to that he actually kills the dad in the movie too. I was like, well, these guys are getting killed one after another. I'm like, what the hell? Then of course it leads to Nika confronting Chucky, and then after that he basically tells her the story of him and her mom, and of course he liked her mom. He actually killed her dad before she was born. And of course, at least that he liked her mom and everything, and basically, I guess that's probably why he was running from the cops in the first movie. So I was like, wow, so they try to give a lot of history to Charles Lee Ray, and basically that was kind of a nice thing they did in this movie. I was like, wow, that's pretty good. So and of course, it leads to that of Nika gets sent to a mental institution. Basically, Tiffany gets Chucky, the cop, a cop sending Chucky to the evidence depository, and Tiffany takes him, and of course, smelling him to another person. Basically, I think in this movie, Chucky was getting his revenge on all the people that came across him. So I wonder if in a TV show, I know Andy and Kyle are going to come, and of course Tiffany's in it, and of course the possessed Nika's in it as well. I wonder, will we see Tyler or Andy's mom again, or Jesse and Jade, any of them from the other movies? Because that would be pretty cool if they all come back. That would be kind of nice to see. But that's what I kind of thought in this movie, like he was going around getting revenge, and then this extra scene that was on the movie, Andy shot the shit out of him at the end. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh crap. But as for the next movie, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. But yeah, for Curse of Chucky, great movie, a great movie. I mean, it got the elements, the atmosphere, the intention, the suspense, and scary. It actually made Chucky feel like a threat, like a horror icon, like he's supposed to be. You know, like as some people, like they thought like in Bride, and Chucky wasn't really scary or nothing like that. But in this movie, he was actually scary. Like they actually made Chucky scary in this movie. And I like how this whole movie was different. Like it was something different. It was not like, oh, I'm gonna go after Andy and do all this again. Like, no, it was. I know he does go after Andy in the movie, at the end of the movie, but I mean, like it was different. Like I didn't know these characters like Nika. I didn't know none of them, not really. So I was like, oh wow. So then we finally get a history of Charles Lee Ray. I like his backstory a little, and I think that's how it's gonna be for the TV show. Cause like in each episode, like they basically give us a little history of Charles Lee Ray as you're watching before you watch the episode. So I was like, wow, that's pretty nice, you know. But yeah, like that's what I liked about in Curse. Like it was actually great, and it was good atmosphere, and it made Chucky scary again. But the next movie didn't. Oh man. Alright, so for Curse of Chucky, 8 out of 10. It was a great movie. Alright, so the following movie, Cult of Chucky, came out in 2017. As of this movie, I was not, as the trailer kind of hyped the movie up, but the movie did not do its justice. I mean, I was so disappointed. So starting this movie, you see Andy on a date with someone, and basically and it goes so well, and comes as I'm finding it so strange. Andy's coming to a cabin, and I'm thinking, like, was he in an apartment? And I was like, what the hell, like. But as you know, he was actually in an apartment in the last movie, but he's in a snowy area. So as Andy had the head of the Chucky, that the Chucky in the last movie, because when I watched Curse, like Chucky, I thought Chucky did not, I thought Chucky had no stitches, and he did. I was like, what? Whoa, he still had the stitches? I didn't know, and I was like, wow, I didn't know that. So yeah, he had the head of that Chucky because he shot his head off, like boom. Because in the movie, Chucky did not bleed, so I was like, well. Because when you see the cult, the curse of Chuck, this Chuck as the same Chucky from the last movie, he got blood on the side of his face and blowing his whole head off. So basically, Andy's just torturing Chucky in this movie as a trophy. So what makes this movie so confusing is that it's playing two different story plots at the same time. It's like you don't know. Okay, you see Andy, then you see Nika, then you be like, it's playing like split in between. Like it's like it's all mixed up. I'm like, what's going on here? What's the story of this? So as you see, as now, Andy basically is trying to save Nika from Chucky, and basically wants to rescue her from the mental asylum. But of course, in the end, they did not win. Of course, he got trapped, and I guess that means Kyle will come and save him. I guess because she's actually teased at the end of the post-credit scene. So that's Andy's story. Of course, that's what he was trying to do in this movie, trying to save Nika from Chucky. Okay, let's do the Nika story. Of course, Nika gets sent to a mental institution, of course, because of Chucky, as they think that she killed all her family and all that stuff. And she meets a couple of people at the mental asylum, you know. Some of them were nice, some of them were not. In some cases, a lot of weird ones and stuff. And plus, I did not know there was a sex scene in this movie. I was like, what the? I completely forgot, because I was like, you know, I watched this movie twice, you know, because when I watched it in 2018, because as in 2017, I watched the movie, I downloaded the movie on my old computer, and I watched it from there. But I did not watch it as of right now. I don't have the DVD. See, I only have all I'm missing for my Chucky movies is the first Child's Play, and I have Child's Play 2, 3, and Bride, and Seed, and Curse, but I don't have Child's Play 1. Oh, and I have the remake Child's Play, but I don't got Cold to Chucky. I was like, well, I decided not to get Cold anyway, because, you know, it's not, I don't want to watch that ever again. But other than that, okay, yeah, like it was a sex scene in here. I'm like, what the hell? And then you had the doctor, the psychiatrist. He was like a pervert. Basically, he was having sex sessions with Nika and all that stuff. And of course, we see Tiffany bringing Chucky to the asylum, and there was already a doll there. And so, basically, Andy stunt one too, and he had the haircut style from Child's Play 3. He had that one there as well. But as you know, like, this movie is so confusing. Of course, everybody in the mental asylums getting killed one by one. Of course, all the mental patients were getting killed one by one. And it was not really. The gore was good. Like the gore and the guts and all that was like top tier. Even in the TV shows, you know, like, damn, that's gruesome. Ugh. As I was watching the episodes, the 3 episodes so far, I'm like, oh my god. Ugh. Especially I'll talk about it in the next video. I'll talk about it in the ranking video after this one. Anyway, yeah, the gore and the kills, like the gut, it's gruesome. But this movie was so bad. But that's the only problem with the movie. So, in the end, like, it had like she's getting like flashbacks of Child's Play 3. She see Alice getting, I guess, possessed by Chucky. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what the hell? Then in the end, she gets possessed by Chucky. And all we know, she drives out She leaves out of the mental asylum along with Tiffany, and that's it. So I'm like, what the hell? Even though, yeah, she killed the doctor, but I'm like, what? So for Cold and Chucky, I don't know what was going on with this movie. As it was hyped up a lot, it was actually hyped when everybody wanted to when everybody started to see. I know some people like they love this movie. Like, I love this movie, guys. This movie was amazing. I like it. Yeah, anyone would say that. But to me, this movie was not great. Now I know, yeah, a lot of you guys were bashing on See the Chucky, and yeah, true enough. But at least I can see, at least I can watch See the Chucky and watch it. But with this movie, I can't understand it. Okay, Colt. Okay, there were 3 Chucky dolls in this movie, including the Tiffany doll that was in the movie as well. And I'm thinking like, okay. Now I was thinking like, is Tiffany inside the doll and inside the Jennifer Tilly body as well? Because as I'm thinking in the TV show, Nika, the Chucky is still possessing Nika, and he's still possessing other dolls, unless there's more dolls out there, because I don't know. But it was confusing. Like, I know, yeah, there's 3 Chuckies here. I know he was trying to, because the element of, I guess he was trying to do what the 3rd movie could have done. Because back in them days, they didn't have the, the technology we got now, making more, like, dolls and stuff and all that stuff now, as he can do now. This movie, it was still bad. So I didn't understand this movie, and I gave it a 5. It's not a great movie, but it was confusing. To me, it's confusing because I kind of see, as a TV show so far, it gave me some story element of following new characters and basically inflect on that. I like that. Okay, like, we all had, let's go get Andy, let's go get Tiffany, let's go get Kyle. But other than that, like, I want to see how will they be in this TV show as well. But as in this, Cult of Chucky, Andy, I knew, like, everybody was happy to see Andy again, like, completely, and Tiffany. But they basically were wasted in this movie. So, yeah, 5 out of 10. Okay, as the next movie, of course, I will include the Child's Play 2019 movie. Of course, as this movie it came out 3 years ago. No, not 3 years, 2 years ago. It's going on 3 years. Next year, it'll be 3 years. So, as his story of this movie is basically a remake of the original Child's Play from 1988. It basically follows the story of a company called Castlin Corp, basically creating like smart items, like robots and all that stuff, kind of like the Alexa, all that stuff. Basically, as the story is that this worker was working on one of the dolls and basically corrupted the doll server, and once that happened, of course, he committed suicide. Because his his boss slapped the shit out of his ass, like, get back to work, get back to work. You know, like that, and committed suicide and killed himself. And so as the doll, as of after that, it cuts to that to Karen, as this different Karen from, not from, Catherine Hicks Karen. This Karen works at the store that basically sells those items, the Custom Corp items. And of course, a person comes up to her just talking shit like, what the hell wrong with this item? This item shit was not like this. This ain't the Buddy 2. Because they called the doll Buddy. Because originally, Chucky Child's Play was called Buddy. I think Buddy. Is it My Friend Buddy or Buddy? I think that's what it was called. I think it was called Buddy. It was not. Yeah, I think it was called Buddy. And I'll talk about the history of the story at the end of this review. So, of course, she gets the doll that was corrupted, and she brings it home to Andy. Of course, this Andy is way different than, of course, Alex Vincent. He basically likes to be alone to himself, and basically stay. Kind of. It's like he's different. Like he's not the Andy that we all thought of. So she gives him the doll, and he tests out the doll, and kind of got the doll working a little, and basically had a bondage with Chucky. Like and what's so shocking, even the doll called himself Chucky. And I'm like, whoa, damn. Because I kind of thought, like, did the doll call itself Chucky? Is the doll named Chucky? From the old movie? So I was but the doll was called himself Chucky. So I was like, wow. So, like, it was kind of nice, like, having Andy and Chucky have, like, a little bond, like, friends, like, friendship. So it was kind of nice in the movie. And I was like, wow, this is pretty good. Like, I like it. As one day as they were playing a board game, I think it was checkers or something like that, Andy had dropped the checker piece, and they have a cat. And the cat scratched him. And then as he walked and go get Band-Aid and come back, Chucky is strangling the cat. I was like, what the fuck? What the hell is going on? Hey, he's strangling the cat. I was like, damn, that's shit. And then as it leads to that, of course, Chucky actually does kill the cat in the movie. And what's so weird, Chucky actually records stuff that he does. Like, he records sounds like someone talking, and that. And he actually had a little song, a little Buddy song. I'm not gonna sing it, but yeah, like, it was weird. Like, it was so scary. Like, Chucky is sitting in the corner of the room and his eyes are glowing. And like that shit is terrifying. Like, I would imagine if I saw something like that in the corner of my room looking at me, I'm like, oh shit, that would be terrifying. I know I don't have a bigger, like a little 15-inch doll of Chucky or Tiffany. I would love to get them one day. I will eventually, because I would love to have those too. Anyway, so it cuts to that. Of course, he's starting to meet a couple of friends, of course, and then as he they start hanging out together, of course, with Chucky, and basically they were watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, And I was like, whoa, oh my gosh. I was watching that, and of course Chucky was watching it as well, and he was basically copying the movie. Like he was copying what the words they say, like this is for Tupac, and he said heads up, bitch. Like oh my gosh. Then so they basically told Chucky, Andy told Chucky to stop, like all that stuff, and and then one day Karen actually had like a another man named, I think his name was Shane. He basically I guess he always be mean to him because Andy always, when he comes, he always stay away from him. And so when Andy I think because Chucky was recording everything Andy be saying, and Shane heard it, and then basically confronted Andy, and so that lead to Chucky killing him, and his death was very brutal. Like, oh my god, he fell off the ladder, bro. Like, that got her. I mean, and I could feel that too. And then of course Chucky cuts off his face, and of course he said, "This is for Tupac." Like, dang, oh shit, and put it on a watermelon. And I'm like, cause I was thinking, cause I kind of thought this movie was set during Christmas time, because cause I think they said like in December 26, 1980 or 28. I think it's December 27 or 28th, 1988. That's when the murders, back in 1988. So I was kind of thinking, like, is this movie set during Christmas time? Because I don't know. So at least to that of, Andy's trying to figure out everything what's going on, like seeing, because Chucky doing all this stuff, like he killed the cat, he killed Shane, and all that, and they decide to as Andy pulled out Chucky's power source, and of course as he pulled out his power source and kind of broke him, and he threw him in the garbage can. And so after that happened, there's this janitor that actually works at the building that they stay at, and he actually always watch Andy's mom in the shower. So he basically, he's a pervert. So he fixes Chucky power source, and he actually has a newer power source and put it inside of him, and then it made Chucky new and improved. So, and of course, Chucky kills him. Basically, as a Chucky went and found another kid and basically started to torment Andy, and basically angry, revenge, getting his revenge. So it's technically as that's what was planned. And of course, Chucky killed Detective Mike Norris' mom. And the car scene in this movie was kind of almost remind me of the first movie, kind of a little bit. Kind of like, whoa, like, the car was, driving, rolling, and running on its own and all this stuff, and then Chucky killed her just like that. And so it leads to that of course, Chucky is going to destroy the promotion of Buddy 2 at the store, and of course Andy gotta try to stop him, and of course in the midst of it he kidnapped his mom. And so it leads to the final showdown of Andy fighting Chucky, and of course I like how he went back inside the store. Kind of remind me of Child's Play 2, just a little bit. Yeah, so then, as of course, um, he battles Chucky one last time, and of course, thanks to Mike Norris, he stopped Chucky. And of course, that's the ending of the movie. Of course, they destroy the Chucky doll, and then after that, as a Buddy 2 basically is still coming out on the shelves, even after that whole massacre at the toy store. And then at the end of the movie, the one of the dolls started smiling. So as I was thinking, like, did Chucky possess one of those dolls? Who knows? So, after this movie, this Child's Play movie, as to me, it was good. Like, I liked it. I mean, it was something different. I mean, it was not, of course, to what we know in the original Child's Play, I Day the Way Down Below, nothing like that. It was, different. Like, I liked it how Chucky and Andy friendship was like it started out great, then in the end it comes bad, and then it was kind of nice. Like, I like that. It was pretty good thing they done in this movie. And as a lot of people were bashing this movie back in 2019, I'm like, dang. I mean, come on. I mean, this movie, I didn't hate the movie at all. I mean, this movie was good. I mean, it was a great movie. The kills, like the gore in the movie was good. Like he cut off that guy's leg. I'm like, dang. Like, then Shane broke his legs. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, like the gore in the movie was good. Like, it was, and then how the atmosphere was. And of course, it's the same people that produced the new It movie, of course. But like, I was surprised with this movie. Like, it was a good movie, I have to admit. But still, I say the best remake movie probably till this day. I say the Jason movie remake movie was still the best remake till this day. I actually like the Friday 13th movie they made in 2009, because that movie's still a great movie to watch till this day. I like that, because not like how they're doing with Michael Myers today, and of course Scream is coming up soon. But as the Scream movie, it probably gives me a little interest to look at and see how that goes. And of course, like, I wonder who is the Ghostface. I don't know. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's it for the Child's Play remake from 2019. I give it a 7. It's a good movie. Like, it's a good. I was surprised. Like, there's a lot of people bashing this movie, and I realized I watched it myself, and I'm like, this movie ain't bad. I mean, I actually liked it. So, worth the price that I paid for the movie, because I think the movie was $11.96 at Walmart. Because like, I got it a couple of months during. I think the movie came out like in April. I think, was it April? I'm trying to remember what date. No, June. Yeah, June. And I bought the movie during Halloween time in 2019. So when I got the movie in 2019, because I got the Broly movie, I think I bought the Broly movie in 2019 and got the Chucky movie in 2019. Because I think, yeah, I'm probably right. Because I got that movie during October. It's possible. Because I'm trying to remember. Because, well, when I got that movie, because I was going to get Child's Play, the complete set. Because, if I rather just get the whole set of Chucky, as during this month of Halloween when I go to Walmart, they actually have the whole Chucky set at Walmart right now, as I'm speaking. But I do plan on getting it one day. But other than that, I watch them every Halloween, of course, and then I got the my streaming service, and I can watch it there too. So I'm not missing out on no Chucky. I always watch them every Halloween. So yeah, I don't remember. I know I got the Chucky, this Child's Play movie in October, cause that's when I got it. Cause it went in theaters June, and then 2019, and then it came out during Halloween in October, I think. So as to me, this movie, it was good. Like, I didn't hate the movie. I mean, it was a great movie to watch. I was surprised. So I hope you guys enjoyed this long video. Oh man, 50 minutes. Of course, I know, because the other movies I talked about, like, you guys should know all the story of those movies. But I guess because the section with Cult, I kind of got a little critical there. But yeah, for this movie, the remake Child's Play, it was a good movie, and I give it a 7 out of 10. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode of the Child's Play series, and of course, the final video will remastering the ranking video. And of course, because in 2018, that's when they announced the Child's Play remake movie, in 2018. Because that's when everybody started, oh my god, this is horrible. They should do this dog ass city. He's gonna make a TV show. Even though, yeah, I know he kept his promise of making the TV show. Because that's why the movie was not on that list in 2018, because that's when they announced it. So that's why I included the remake here on this list. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Chucky saga, including the Child's Play remake. So I hope you guys stay tuned for the next video, the final video of talking about the ranking and the TV show. So, see you guys next time. But again, I know it's Halloween, in 1 or 2 more days. So, see you guys next time, and peace. And subscribe.